Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday, June 29th, 2018. What you got there, Caesar? I think he's got a mouse. Yes, he does. He's just trotting off with that mouse. So nice for the cats to leave him a present. So anyway, guys, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day here today at the homestead. There's Miss Heather. We just got back from a absolutely awesome ride, did we not? And so I'm going to show you what we got here real quick. There is a place that we went to last year, and it was funny because the first time we went, the honey we got was absolutely awesome, okay? And the second time we went, we got this other honey. It was like a lighter color honey, and it just didn't taste the same. It had a weird taste to it. So I said to him, can we try the honey first? And I was explaining to him the different type, and we got them both from them last year. And so he was like, oh yeah, the one is like a clover honey, and the other one is an all-season honey. So the clover honey was the one that had the stranger taste to it. So we tried these, and I said to him, I go, well, you got another 5-pound one? He said, yep. So we went and grabbed the second one. So we bought 10 pounds of honey. But it's local, and it's, you know, it's from an Amish family, so it's freaking absolutely awesome, awesome honey. So we were like, we'll be back for more. So anyway, so I want to talk about the topic of today's video, and then we'll go into some other stuff here after that. So the topic of today's video, stolen land, really. And so what am I talking about? I had a lot of things when I did my video about South Africa and what's going on there right now. I get all this feedback from people, not a lot of people, but some people, how it was stolen land, and that they're just getting their comeuppance and they're getting what they deserved, and you know, and then it was all the white devils and the horrible white people that are conquering everything, okay? And then of course I got to hear about, well, look at the United States, you horrible white people stole the land from the Indians or the Native Americans. I'm sorry, I want to do it the right way. So the indigenous Indians that lived here, we stole the land from them and all this type of stuff. So let's talk about that for a second. And, you know, I love how it's politically correct now to vilify white people. That's okay. You can say anything negative you want about white people, and that's okay, and it's justified. But heaven forbid we say anything white people against anybody else. So let's talk about stolen land, or what if it's stolen land or not. Throughout the history of the world, conquerors have conquered land. The Ottoman Empire, you know, you had Rome, obviously. You had the, oh my God, the Mongols. You had China. China was united under one warlord. It was 5 different sections of China, and he conquered everybody and took over the whole country, okay? He unified China, all right? You look at what even here in America, and what the native Indians did here. They killed each other all the time. There was always wars going on, okay? So you always had something going on throughout the entire history. And let's even go back over to Africa for a second. And the great Zulu warrior there, I mean, he conquered and killed a whole ton of his own people, okay? So, you know, this is something that has gone on throughout the history of mankind. It's not white people. I love it when people just want to blame white people. White people are the horrible people.
And Europe did colonize most of the world.
And Europe did colonize most of the world because
we were the only ones, though.
What's that?
We weren't the only ones.
No, there was other people in different time frames that did the same exact thing. Okay.
Yes, but Europe did the most of it.
I mean, if you go back and you want to look at the Persian Empire, and you know, the 300. Anybody's watched the movie The 300? The Persians came in and took over most of the known world at that time. They conquered a lot of area, okay? And Persians weren't white guys, just so you know. You know, it is so ridiculous to blame everything on white people. Now, to the victor goes the spoils. That's the history of the world. That's just the way it's always been. It's the way it's always will be, okay? So you're going to have people throughout the history of the world have taken over areas, and they keep it. It's theirs. They've conquered it. They've won. You know, if you didn't like the fact that your area or your people didn't win or whatever, maybe they should have fought harder. Maybe they should have fought better. And I'm kind of being sarcastic in that. But the thing is, throughout the history of mankind, every group, every color of people have been conquerors. Look at what Japan did. Look at and they did through the Philippines, through China. You know what I mean? They brutalized those people in that time period. So, you know, to single out white people as these horrible, terrible, rotten people that did all these horrible things. You know what? Did we do horrible things as white people? Oh, I just swallowed a bug.
Oh, God, that was awful.
Oh, it was. You have no idea. Sorry, guys. White people have done horrible, awful things, okay? But so has every other group throughout the history of mankind. I mean, it is what it is, okay? So I just wanted to bring that up, and I wanted to talk about that. And I definitely want your guys' take on it, okay? Because I'm so tired of the victimhood mentality of so many groups of people that they're the victim. Oh, the horrible white people did this. You know, and let's talk about, okay, so people are going to bring up the fact of slavery in the United States, okay? People are going to bring that up in this topic, and how, you know, we went over to Africa and captured all these Africans, and they were sold into the slave trade and all this and that, okay? We didn't go over to Africa with butterfly nets and start capturing people. That's not how it worked. Black people in Africa sold black people to white people, okay, to Europeans. That's the reality of it. Slavery continues to this day. There are white slaves, there are black slaves, there are Asian slaves, you name it, across the board. Whatever culture or diversity that you come from, somebody is being held a slave somewhere around the world, okay? That's just the reality of it. I mean, is it right? Absolutely not, but that's the reality. So, like I said, I'm really tired of people using the victimhood mentality to, you know, for their cause or for whatever, you know, injustice they supposedly have received. Now, have there been injustices in the world? Absolutely there has. And I'm not saying that there hasn't, okay? But, you know, I don't know, I get really tired of that mindset that people have, you know what I mean? Always a victim, always have an excuse for why that they're not successful. It's always somebody else's fault. When realistically, and as I say in the bottom of at the end of my videos, the only one that's going to hold you back, guys, is yourself. Nobody else can do it, you know? So there's a lot of advantages that certain people get in this country that white people sure don't get, okay? And, you know, it is what it is. So, but anyway, so I definitely want your feedback on that topic. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Is their land really stolen, or was it conquered and taken over? It has happened throughout the history of mankind. The stronger, the more powerful groups are going to take over the weaker people, or the less prepared. You know what I mean? It's just, that's just the reality of it. It's just reality. So, you know, does it make it right or does it make it wrong? No, it sure doesn't. But it is what it is. And because something that happened hundreds of years ago, that's not my fault, okay? It's not anybody else born and alive today's fault what happened 200, 300, 400 years ago. It's not any of our faults, regardless of what color we are. So, you know, let's stop playing the victimhood mentality. Let's look and focus on what we can do positively for ourselves as human beings, moving forward, making our lives better. I don't like the excuses, guys. That's one of the things that drives me absolutely crazy. Really, truly does. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys too real quick while I was here. We started working on, people wanted a chicken coop update. So I wanted to bring you guys over here. Greg had come down, and we're going to put tin on top of the chicken coop, okay? So he had come down the other day, and him and I were working on this. And I just kind of want to show you. So he has a Gravely, which will cut down pretty much anything. So he came through here with the Gravely and opened up this area so we could actually work on stuff here. So we put the beams up on top, and then there, and on top of those, that's where the tin is going to be put down on. So then what I'll end up doing is underneath, I'll insulate that once we have the tin down and everything like that. So we're gonna get the roof on next. That's gonna be that, and there's all that right there. All right, that's all the tin that's going up on top. So we're going to get that on there. Then we're going to finish building the outside 2 walls. And then we're going to get, probably going to go with like T111, something like that, for the outside walls. And we'll get those up and get that squared away so we can get this chicken coop finished up, so that we can start on working on, you know, getting the boxes in, getting the inside squared away, getting the roost up, you know, the side latch like I had talked about, okay? And so all those things we're going to be working on, you know, so, but I wanted to show you the progress that we had made on this. And I don't know, hopefully this week coming up here we can work on it some more in the mornings, because we are going to be hitting a stretch here where it is going to be brutally hot. Today it was almost 90 degrees, so it was very, very warm today. Beautiful day though, gorgeous day. Tomorrow is supposed to be 96, Sunday is supposed to be 98, and then on Monday is supposed to be 96 again. So we got some freaking super, super hot weather coming. So anyway, I think I've flapped enough here for today. I don't know what we brought in solar-wise today, but I know, hey, baby, what you doing, good boy? It's a Pandora. What's a girl? It's a good girl. Anyway, everything's going well. We're going to keep focusing on getting things done. The solar stuff is going to be happening soon as well, so stay tuned for that. And we're just going to keep banging away at stuff. So guys, listen, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself, okay? So stay focused and don't do that victimhood mentality, you know? Be smarter than that. Don't play into the games, okay? So I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.